What's going on, Flix Talkers? Welcome back to another video, this time on some controversial news, and it actually took me by surprise, and I was a little upset because in the back of my mind, I was thinking this could possibly happen, where a person says this about their project flopping, but no, I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt and name her the bigger person. But guess what? She failed me and she failed us all, and the person I'm talking about is Elizabeth Banks. Her movie that she wrote, Charlie's Angels, the 2019 version, has hit theaters this past weekend, and its 3-day run, it did under $9 million. Is it a flop? Today's standards, yes, it is an absolute flop. Now, we're going to go over a couple of the things that she did say in tweets and what the internet is saying about it. And at the end of this video, I want to give you guys my personal thoughts on why I thought Charlie's Angels 2019 flopped. All right, let's get into the evidence right here. All right, so jumping over here to BuzzFeed.com, you guys take it as you will, as a reliable source or not. Elizabeth Banks spoke out about Charlie's Angels being a flop, and it started a whole controversy. Now, I don't know why flop is in quotations. If you made minuscule money on this major motion picture, it is a flop. There's no quotations about it. You flopped. I know they're kind of giving her the benefit of the doubt and whatnot because she is a female in the game, and I understand the way Hollywood works nowadays, especially when your movie is all female. They want to make it very progressive. They want, not to offend anybody and stuff like that. We're going to push all that aside. All right, guys, let's go in this as moviegoers, as movie lovers, as people that actually, dissect the whole storyboard, the screenplay, the little everything about movies, guys. And let's just focus on that, please. I'm always about that on my channel, especially when I go to see movies. In my own personal time, I like to go based on what I think is good storytelling, good writing. I don't give a damn who writes it, guys, or who it's for, target audiences, or blah, 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 all this aftermath shit. I'm sorry, I'm very, very emotional right now. All right, so Elizabeth Banks said today, November 18th at 9:54 a.m. Well, if you're going to have a flop, make sure your name is on it at least 4 times. I'm proud of Charlie's Angels and happy it's in the world. Beautifully said. That's how you take an L and you learn from it. But did she learn from it? She knows the internet's going to tear her apart if she says more choice words. And guess what? What did she do? She threw herself on the fire, and this is what transpired. Now, she also stirred up a bit of controversy with her comments about other female-led action movies like Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel, which she said belonged to a male genre. Why would you do this? First of all, you can't say that your movie flopped because men, and I'm going to jump to another article where she actually said that, don't go to support these movies, yet you're throwing these Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel as examples of this, but then you're saying, oh no, those are making money, but it's because of a male genre. Once again, making these shits up, making these terms up as an excuse to why your movie flopped. Let's keep going. This is really getting under my skin, as you guys can tell. She also said, so even though those movies are about women, they put them in the context of feeding a larger comic book world. So it's all about, yes, you're watching a Wonder Woman movie, but you're setting up 3 other characters, or we're setting up Justice League. So I can't even begin to understand what she's trying to say from this, guys. But if your writing is bad, if your characters are uninteresting, people, the word, it's going to spread like wildfire, and people are not going to support and go watch these films. Captain Marvel, I thought was a great film, even though it got so much criticism. It's not the best, in my opinion, but is that because she's a woman? Hell no. It's because some of the writing and the choices of scenes and editing and a lot of different things was not my favorite, compared to the other Marvel movies. Yeah, it's in the comic book world, but she is a dominating lead in this film. Anyways, let's go. In another interview with the Wall Street Journal, Banks responded to critics who think it's too soon for a Charlie's Angels reboot. Guys, this movie came out in the early 2000s. They even had a sequel, which I believe also did pretty bad. And no one was buzzing about this movie. When the trailer was coming out, my whole theater was cringing. They were just like, okay, it's another cash cow. I think that Hollywood is force-feeding us feminism, guys, and we're just sick of it. Like, we understand that it exists, but if you do not work with everybody in this world, men, women, children, dogs, Cats, if we're not all working together, we're dividing each other once again. And you guys are the root and cause of this problem. And when this flop happens, instead of saying, let me go back to the drawing board and see what I can do for my future projects. No, we need someone to blame. And before I get into the Twitter responses, guys, which are some down here, I want to show you guys some movies that are female-led movies that dominated the box office. So I have proof right here, guys. These are women. This is amazingly easy to search on Google right here, guys. Just put women with strong female leads. That's all I did. And Black Swan. Okay, you can say, David, those aren't action movies. Okay, let's go over to some action movies. Salt with Angelina Jolie. So Salt with Angelina Jolie, guys, pulled in $36 million its opening week with 3,612 theaters. That's less than most movies make. And I can almost guarantee you 4,000 theaters were showing Charlie's Angels this past weekend. If you have a major budget behind you, if you guys have all these A-list celebrities, they're going to push you to as many theaters. So this one right here is an action mystery thriller. It was an action movie starring Angelina Jolie. It made $36 million. What's your excuse, guys? So let's go over here. Atomic Blonde. Boom. $18.2 million once again in less than 4,000 theaters. Let's go over here. Kill Bill Volume 1, $22 million, guys. Over $22 million. $22.2 million in 3,100 theaters. Phenomenal. One of my favorite Quentin Tarantino movies of all damn time. Let's jump over here, guys. Hunger Games, one of the most dominating trilogies out there, guys. $158 million in 4,000 theaters. So this one pushed the envelope to all theaters. Of course, it was a big, big franchise, and it did almost a bill worldwide. Now let's jump over here. You're like, David, no. You're giving me examples of newer movies. Let's go back to G.I. Jane, which I believe was, what year was this? So G.I. Jane was 1997, and even in 1997, it made $11 million in 1,900 theaters. Don't give me that excuse about men don't watch films. Women are half of the population. Why aren't they supporting these movies? Tell me that. Why aren't 4 billion women supporting these movies? Okay, let's even cut that in half. 300 million Americans, let's see, even 150 million of them are women in the country. I don't know. That's just a rough figure. Why aren't they going to support your movie, Elizabeth Banks? What's the excuse for that? Tell me. This really irks me getting under my skin that people are still using the excuse of men don't go watch female-led movies. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So I'm not the only one that thought this, guys, because on Twitter, Banks' comments have been met with mixed responses. Some have criticized her for calling superhero movies a male genre. So let's see. Mr. Nolan Dean at Nolan Dean 27 said superheroes aren't a male genre. I love you, Elizabeth Banks, but that's completely erasing the amount of female, non-binary, and non-gender conforming fans of these heroes that have given us a bright place to escape to when the world hates us. It doesn't belong to cis white males. Thank you. Anybody that goes to a Comic-Con or watches people that do cosplay online or on videos, anything, everybody will see that this is male, female, non-binary. Everybody loves to dress up in their favorite superheroes or super villains, guys. It's not a male-dominated genre. She is so stupid for saying that, guys. Yes, all her comments that she made were very, very stupid. So yeah, take that as you will, guys. Others push back against the idea that sexism was to blame for the movie's failure. Elizabeth Banks doesn't know that women didn't want to see Charlie's Angels movies either, right? I get it. Hollywood and the world really is frustrating and sexist as heck, but she should just face facts. As tough as it is, her movie just didn't look that appealing to people. You know what? Shout out to Zach right here at Zachaya6. I love you so much for your comment. You are amazing, girl. You are freaking amazing, because everybody needs to look at this comment and understand that these are moviegoers that are talking to you. These aren't just purely males that hate women. So it's crazy what they think is going on in this world when it's absolutely not. I'm not saying it does not exist. It exists, guys. But I think in this fact, she wanted a quick scapegoat, and that's where she ran to. That males don't watch her female-led action movies. All right. And some have said that the film's marketing is to blame for its low box office numbers. Margaret said, Elizabeth Banks is so talented, but she is saying such idiotic things. Charlie's Angels will flop not because men don't want to see it, but because the marketing is so fucking atrocious. Nobody wants to see it. Props to you on that, Margaret. Another one. Another one. So like I said, guys, I just wanted this to be a quick rant. I love Elizabeth Banks as an actress. I loved her in Pitch Perfect 2, which she also was a huge part of. And you know what? This kind of brings my like for her down such a bar because I thought she was a smarter person than this, guys. But unfortunately, she's running to that scapegoat. And instead of taking the L, now you're going to have the internet trolling your ass so hard and studios looking at you way differently because of these comments. You can't just sweep this shit under the rug. It's going to come back to haunt you. Anyways, what are your guys' thoughts? Do you agree with me? Hit that thumbs up if you guys did appreciate my rant and my reaction to this news. If you guys disagreed, please hit that thumbs down and leave comments below on why you thought that Charlie's Angels 2019 flop. And like always, guys, please hit that subscribe button. It always does help out. And hit that notification bell to always get notified about content like this. All right. Thanks so much, guys. Till next time, I'm gone. Peace.